I am super excited to talk about hands today. We use our hands for almost everything that we do. I know from the point that I get up in the morning and I look to see what time it is that my hands are involved, to brushing my teeth, my hands are involved, to pouring my favorite cup of joe in the morning, yes, hands are involved. And so I think about hands as being these beautiful extensions of my heart. However, energetically, we carry heavy energy in our hands, specifically in our fingers. In this time together, I want to teach you which energies we carry, where we carry them in our hands. And then I also want to show you some ways of being able to release that energy. It's important for you to know that your hands can begin in this process to feel very, very heavy. They will clear. They can also feel like you have Mickey Mouse hands, that they get super big in the process as well. Again, it's your body releasing that energy. Within 24 hours, your hands will feel like your hands again. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of the layout of the hands. The fingers are going to be the same on both hands. It's just that in the way that I see energy or experience energy, the dominant side is going to be the side that we write with, the side that we sign checks with, the side that we go into agreement with. That's going to be the male energy side. All of us carry energy where we can make decisions and follow through. That's what we loosely call the male energy. All of us also carry the side of energy that we call the feminine, where we can hold things that are tender to us, that we can be in a gentle, quiet space. And so when we do this, I do see our hands as having those two parts to them. I'm right-handed, so for me, my dominant side is going to be my right hand. My non-dominant side is going to be my left hand. So for me, I see that my more masculine energy, or the have to get it done, happens more with my right side of my body, hence my right hand, and also then for the feminine with the left side of the body. So for my husband who is left-handed, it's exactly the opposite. So just know as we are going through this that you can process that for yourself, how you want to. And if you are teaching this to somebody else, that you are thinking about what hand dominance they are. And if somebody comes to you and they say, oop, I use both of my hands all the time, that's totally fine. Just know that they get to decide which one feels like more of one or the other. So here we go. Our thumbs are where we carry anything looking back in our life. Looking back in our life, yes, that's the motion that I make when I teach this, because it's behind us. And in there, we can feel depression. We can feel resentment, remorse over things. And so that's what we're going to be carrying in our thumbs. The next fingers are going to be pointer fingers, and our pointer fingers are where we carry false evidence appearing real. That's an acronym for the word fear. Now, it's super important that you hear clearly this next part. This is false evidence appearing real. This is not that you are holding your favorite grandmother's hand as you are in a crosswalk and that you can see that there is a car coming where they're not paying attention. That's not it. This is stuff that masquerades, dresses up, and wants to feast on your energy. We carry that in our pointer fingers. This next one is like, Sarah, I knew this already. I know. Our third finger is where we carry anger and rage. And so it's not uncommon for us to feel stiffness in those fingers that carry each of these energies attached to something that we may be feeling upset or angry about. Then our next fingers, our ring fingers, are where we're going to carry things like sorrow and grief. I am not asking you to not honor the person. Is it right for us to mourn? Absolutely. Is it right for us to suffer? Suffering is a choice. And so when we come to this space of our ring fingers, know that when we go to the releasing process, that you are keeping how much they meant to you. That in your DNA, in your biofield, that space that expands from outside of you, you are still honoring them. What you are no longer carrying is the part that is hard to get out of bed in the morning and is keeping you from living your best life. And then our little fingers are going to be where we carry anxiety looking forward in our life. And so in this process, the way that we release that energy is to literally take our fingers and to begin pulling on them. I have a friend who every single night before she goes to bed spends some time sitting on the edge of her bed, and as she does, she just very, very gently is thinking about each of those emotions attached to each of those fingers and then choosing to release them. She does that before she goes to bed. I like to do that a little bit earlier and then wash my hands, and then also energetically, in the space of our palm is where we carry in our right hand things like beauty, things like gentleness, things like being present. In our left hand is where we carry calmness. And so as I release the heavy energies, I'm doing all of that work to be able to come to spaces of happiness and joy.